A random package arrived with my name, but no return address. So this happened to me on what started as an absolutely normal Tuesday. I was halfway through my morning coffee, scrolling aimlessly through emails I didn't care about when there was this knock at my apartment door. I live alone in a small studio that's more functional than cozy, and my mind immediately jumped to the delivery guy, which honestly isn't unusual. I get packages all the time, mostly things I ordered online at 2 a.m. during bouts of insomnia, but this one wasn't anything I had ordered. I opened the door and there it was, a small rectangular package sitting on my doormat. No return address, no logo, no barcode that looked familiar, nothing. Just a plain cardboard box. The kind you'd see in old detective movies, like someone had gone out of their way to make it look anonymous. The handwriting on it was neat but off. Almost like someone had written it with care, but there was an old-fashioned slant to the letters, something you don't see on modern packages. And my name, my full name, exactly right. As if the person knew every detail about me. I picked it up and immediately noticed it was heavier than it looked. Not too heavy, just dense, like there was something important inside. And honestly, my stomach dropped. Not in a yay, a gift way, but in that weird, uneasy, this isn't normal way. I had this fleeting thought, almost like a whisper in my brain, that maybe I shouldn't open it. But curiosity won, like it always does. Sitting at my tiny dining table, I carefully cut through the tape and opened it, and then I froze. Inside were three things. First, a set of old letters, the kind that smelled faintly of dust and time, yellowed around the edges. Second, a few photographs, black and white, some with faint creases, some torn at the corners. And third, a small object, wrapped in a delicate piece of velvet. I hesitated before touching it. Something about it felt serious, like it carried weight beyond its size. I gently unwrapped it. It was a small metallic key, not modern, but old, like really old, and etched on the side, barely noticeable unless you squinted, were the initials, RA, nothing else. No markings, no indication of what it opened. I turned it over in my fingers, feeling the cold metal against my skin. My heart was racing. I pulled out the letters next. The first one had neat, almost deliberate handwriting, and it began like this. If you are reading this, it means the time has come. There are truths you were never told, but you need to know them. I cannot be there, but I can guide you. Look carefully and follow what is hidden in plain sight. I don't know why, but just reading that made my throat tight. The rest of the letter was cryptic. Mentions of places I had never been, names I didn't recognize, and references to things I couldn't possibly understand yet. One phrase stood out, almost tauntingly. The first step begins where you felt the absence most. I held the letter closer to my chest, my mind racing. My father had left when I was just a toddler. I don't even remember him. My mother never talked about him, never gave me anything more than his name, which itself was probably fabricated to make me stop asking questions. And now, decades later, here was someone claiming to know me, or at least know my past. The photographs added another layer of confusion. One was a man in his 30s or 40s, standing in front of a house I didn't recognize, looking straight at the camera like he knew he was being watched. Another photo was of a small child holding a balloon, their face partially obscured, but there was something eerily familiar in their stance, their posture. And the last was of a letterbox on a street I couldn't place, with the initials R.A. carved into the wood. I sat there for what felt like hours, staring at the items spread across my table. Fear, curiosity, anger, longing. All these emotions collided inside me. Who sent this? And why now? After all these years? I tried every logical approach. I looked at the full story link below.